Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's the weekend, so it is another movie review, and as the title will see, it's Abigail. So yes, so this is kind of the new horror movie that has come out. So anybody who doesn't know, hasn't seen the trailer, is living under a rock. Basically, you have the premise of this young girl gets kidnapped, she gets taken to this house, and when these people kind of, as the trailers kind of cut, is that the people inside the house with her believe she's their hostage. Turns out she's a vampire, and all hell is going to rain loose over the people that are stuck inside of the house. That is the trailer. Now, a few weeks ago was the first time I was in the cinema and I was watching something. I can't remember what it was, and this trailer came up, and I went, "Oh, that looks quite interesting. It looks like there's a lot of blood and gore and horror and stuff." But it's very, very interesting idea, so happy to go see it. So I went away, holiday, it came out while I was away, came back, watched it, and this is what this review is about. So I thought it was all right. I think the trailer lets it down in a way, and I will get more into that. But anyway, but yeah, as I say, if you watch a trailer you find interesting, please do go see it. A lot of reviews seem to have it as really, really good. Maybe I missed the point or something, but we shall get into that. So anyway, spoiler warning goes up as per usual, and we shall get into the movie review. So basically, a recap of this is you have essentially this young girl. She is a ballet dancer. She's at this recital, and basically this hit team have been hired to get you have these 6 personalities, which is kind of where you go. You have Dan Stevens, who you made from like Legion. He was in Kong and Godzilla. New Empire, he plays Frank. You have Melissa Bellareva, if I've got that, she's Joey. So we've all got nicknames. You've got William Catlett as Rickles, Catherine Newton, which you may remember from Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, Quantumania. She obviously is the new Stature, or whatever she goes as. She is Sammy in this. You have Kevin Durant, who quite famous. He's obviously been in some of the X-Men films, the Blob and stuff. He is Peter. And then you have Angus Cloud. I think he's from Euphoria. Unfortunately, he did pass after making his film, which was a bit of a shame. And then you have Alyssa Ware as Abigail itself. So as this sets up, you have the 6 main characters. They are on setting up. They all have their different skill set, and basically they're there kidnapping the girl. They kidnap the girl, they drug her, they stick her in a van, and they drive her out to his house, where they are met by their representative, who basically says, you know, we're going to get 50 million, everyone gets 7 million each. We'll lock her in here, we'll wait 24 hours, and we'll claim money. All the people working the crew have never met each other before. They don't know who each other are, and they are given code names based off the Rat Pack. Now, I have no idea. I know Frank Sinatra and that, but I have no idea anything about the Frank. So the fact they're given these nicknames, unless you were linked or know anything about the Rat Pack, it would have gone straight over your head, which is what it did in the first place. Anyway, you have the 6. They all have their job. The main lady, Joey, she is there to look after the Abigail. She is the medic. You have Frank, who is kind of the former cop, as you learn this stuff out, and it's basically them in the house first, getting to kind of know each other, not know each other, keep on why they're looking after the girl. Then as time goes on, they start getting one of so August Cloud's character, he gets his head ripped off in the kitchen very early on. They realise obviously something's amiss. When they start confronting Abigail, because obviously, who's your dad? And she says he's like some crime lord, and he's got like this magic assassin who can get to anyone, anywhere, and that's who they believe is in the house with them. And then Rickles goes down quite soon afterwards, because him and Joey, the main protagonists in this, are trying to work together. The others are kind of almost have their own agenda, but not. They're all kind of, they're all kind of working on their own. They decide obviously to get as much out of the girl as they can as they go into the girl's room, and she has kind of been misleading them the whole time, and they start arguing. She pops her hands out of the handcuffs and then turns full on vampire and starts going at them. This is obviously when the realization, this is about a third into the film, that she is a vampire. Unfortunately, they had already given away this twist in the trailer, so leads really nothing to it. The first few deaths, you know kind of what's happening, is a bit of a waste in my ideas. But anyway, but it goes on, and as the story develops, obviously the main lady, she said nothing would harm, no one would harm Abigail. But unfortunately, Abigail, this is all set up by her to basically get victims, and you find out she's been killing loads of people over time and leaves them in the pool. She's been a few hundred years old or whatever. So there's a lot of back and forth. People start going down. There's only like 6 characters in Abigail, so there's not many deaths. As time goes on, it all takes a turn. Sammy, obviously the girl from Quantumania, she gets turned, and she kills Dean, not Dean, Peter, Kevin Durand's character. Then obviously she gets killed in quite spectacular fashion. And the way they kill some of the zombies and some of the stuff is, not zombies, vampires, is quite ingenious and quite cool. Obviously they are kind of locked in the house, realising that they can't get out early on. They only go back to like the library room. There is a window that shines natural light, and it seems to be that daylight is the only thing that can basically or daylight and a stake basically for the heart are the only things that are killing vampires, because Abigail gets shot in the head very early on and she survives. It's a very cat and mouse all the way leading up to Frank, Dan Stevens' character, basically getting turned himself, and then it is him basically going to kill Abigail, and Joey and Abigail team up to save them just before Abigail's dad arrives. Obviously there's loads of bloods everywhere and something like that, and then basically Abigail sticks up for Joey, and she walks away. Obviously her dad's all menacing near the end, and that's about it. You have kind of stories of these characters go on. So that is the story. There's nothing, I believe, after the scenes or that, but there is rumours that there could be a second film. So the first off is having the thing that I think let us down, because I wasn't too impressed with it. It was all right, worth a watch, but I think the trailer, and I've only seen one trailer, I don't know if there's more, I haven't searched it out, but watching the one trailer that I saw at the cinema literally gave away the story of the film. You know there are people that kidnap this girl. You know there are people locked in the house. Now, it doesn't tell you that, I think the trailer doesn't give away that it's the same people. But literally the kidnapping's in like the first 5-10 minutes of the movie, so that's straight out the window. Because they go to this house and you know she's the vampire, and you see there's like artwork in certain rooms. There's a big statue of a young girl and a big kind of like Nosferatu and his apprentice stuff. And you know, because she's a vampire, it kind of ruins it. The first 2 kills, you know it's her already. And this is a massive problem that I think they should have held off. They should have tailored the trailer to be more like, you know, these people kidnap this girl as a hostage, go to this place to hold up, and then basically when they get there, they realise that that basically there's something wrong where the building they are. Not giving away it's Abigail, and I think calling the film Abigail is, you should have kept that name for a second film or even a prequel film when you learn about her and her history maybe. That I don't think it should have been something like, you know, like something silly like Hostage Gone Wrong or something like that, or, you know, Trapped, or something silly like that that takes away that Abigail is a vampire and stuff, because that can away. Now she's much into ballet, and they have ballet scenes that go in there. To me, I don't know, I didn't find enough of Abigail to be menacing, because she has the heart to heart with Joey very early on and stuff, even though I know she can be. It's the fact of like they're running full pelt, and you know she could outrun him, and she's just like doing like a little pirouette or a little spin. And but the way it's filmed or something, it literally just looks like they're in a fairground, like someone's just going across, not like she's deliberately doing it. And sometimes along the banisters and stuff, like from what I read, like they added more dancing scenes, but I just don't think it matched, or it wasn't used in the right way for this film, specifically because you've already given away the biggest twist anything, you know, to make her more, I feel you could have made it more demonic and more evil, you know, killing by doing different dance moves and killing people kind of with loaves and stuff like that. I think that would have worked a bit better. But yeah, I say leading up to the story, obviously when they're going through and they find out they're locked in there, and the fact that there are a limited amount of characters, I think struggled in places. The characters were good, so, you know, Kevin Durand, Pete, I thought he was really good. You know, Samuel, I didn't mind any characters, apart from probably August Clouds. He's very much of a psycho bit, but it was all right. Unfortunately, you know, it's his last one. I don't want to speak ill of the dead or anything, but it wasn't the greatest. It was, um, but then obviously as it didn't make you much scary. It's very bloody and stuff like that, and it used so much blood and stuff. But even like plot holes, there was certain stuff where people realise something and we're talking about stuff, and I say this like these people, like they get to this room and there's a window high up in the sunlight when they finally drug her the second time. And there's a window and they're in a library with books, wood and everything else. And and they can't get out of the house because all the doors and windows are blocked except for this one circular window. And at no point someone goes, oh, there's sunlight outside. Let's just rip everything up and build it like a tower, smash the window and go out, because that's obviously a way to get out because it's a glass window. Nobody at any point thinks of that. And I mean, they're locked in this house for the best part of a day. And it's stupid stuff like that. And like, you know, I know offense something sad to you, but it's daylight. You want to get out and just get as far away as possible. Doesn't happen, as I say. I think the trailer, let us say, the trailer should have been better. It could have made. I mean, not knowing that twist, I think would have made the film probably a lot better. But knowing it's coming, the first third of the film is just a bit of a waste because it's setting the story up, but and people are dying, but you know what's happening, and it said it. You then look for stuff of almost like foreshadowing stuff. That's what it is. And I mean, I give this movie 5.4 out of 10. I mean, it's worth a watch. It definitely has, like, the blood parts are really good. Like, the actors are really good. It's just the story and how that has been represented through a trailer and stuff, I think lacks in my eyes. But it is what it is. Have you seen this movie? What do you think? Let me know your comments down below. I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. This has been my review of the movie Abigail, and I shall see you in the next one.